I want to take you to KwaZulu-Natal. And this is where that story of the 30 escaped elephants is unfolding. We understand that they escaped from a private game reserve. The herd is believed to have broken free from their enclosure on Tuesday night. And our Phila Mthembu is keeping an eye on this one. Phila, good morning. Some concerns were expressed earlier. You were talking to community members about the risk to life and limb with these elephants roaming around. Human rights activists concerned, or animal rights activists concerned for their well-being with the prospect of them having to be put down. You're also seeing some of those rangers spotting some of those animals. So please give us an update on the herding process in the community right now.
Absolutely, Iman. So we've had, the pleasure to actually see a group of elephants being herd and being redirected towards the Umfolozi side. There was a helicopter that I'd also shown you earlier, that's actually redirecting these elephants, Iman. So the first group has been redirected, and I have to say, not all of them have been removed or been redirected to that particular area. But it also, Iman, raises, concerns, because I spoke to KwaCeza and SM Fellow Wildlife, telling us that these elephants, chances are some of the elephants that had escaped also going far back as 2017. But now the question remains, why was it left for such a long time? Why do we keep on seeing this occurring here? Because it does pose a safety risk for community members. You've heard them speak to us, raising their concerns around that. So I'm just going to bring in the induna of the area, Ernest Mlojwa, to speak to us now. Siyabonga kakhulu ngesikhathi osinikeza sona Newzroom Afrika. Siyabona ukuthi bekhona ibhanoyi la seliqalile ukuzama ukugudluza indlovu kule ndawo. Engabe niyathemba ukuthi lokhu kuzosebenza, ngoba ukhona kwangitshela ekuqaleni ukuthi mhlambe sekuyisigameko sesi4 lesi senzeka kule ndawo.
Ngibingelele kulo lonke uhlelo olukhona. Njengoba nje ngibuza umhlonishwa la, cha sinalo ithemba kangaka ukuthi uzosisiza lokho. Lezi ndlovu sezina 2 weeks la zi around la kule ndawo. Wamanje nje kade singasalala emakhaya, ngibona ukuthi uzosisiza lokho, ngoba sinane inkomo lapha sifuyile. Inkomo ibolile nje ngamakhalane nani asikhona ukuya siyoqoqa inkomo. Abathezayo siphila ukuthi sitheze inkuni la sibasa imlilo. Abakhona ukutheza omama futhi abakwazi nokugijima ke noma ingaqhamuka indlovu, ngoba ziyabuya vele be around emakhaya. Sithemba ukuthi kuzosiza lokho aeroplane, siyayibona yona, kodwa nje ngeke ngithi sinethemba ukuthi kuzosiza lokho.
Mhlambe yini into engathanda ukuyibona yenzeka? Ngicabanga ukuthi ngasizakala kanjani?
Ngicabanga ukuthi into engasisiza, ngoba besikhona enkantolo sakhulumisana ngalokho. Kukhona inkosi, bekhona bezemvelo, bekhona futhi abomnyanga babekhona, kodwa isinqumo esathathwa lapho ukuthi ibulawe. Bakwenzile ke le plazini kaSithole bayibulala cishe zaba u9. Hleze nathi mhlawumbe ngasisiza lokho, ngoba bathi abakhona ukuyithatha bazise kwamanye kwezinye iziqibi kanjalo. So manje ngibona ukuthi ikhona ongasiza lokho, nathi bayibulala, ngoba phela lapho ukuthi permit yakhona ishoda ngalokho vele. Cabanga ukuthi lokho ngasiza mhlawumbe maye ngafaka ibulawe, ngoba asikhona ukuhlala nazo. Siyasokola kakhulu
manje ba sekudonse ngisho isikhathi eside kangaka. Ngicabanga nje indlela enikhathazeke ngayo ukuthi into ebonakalelo iqhubeke iya ngokuqhubeka.
Isikhathazeke kakhulu ngoba emakhaya asahlala. Asalala emakhaya ngapha sifuyile, sinezingane kulokho nje bekuduma izulu. Ngabo 7 kanje. Wakhothi ukuthi sibaleke ngoba zi around emakhaya. Asangalala emakhaya omama kuduma nezulu, izinto ezinjalo sihlukumezekile kakhulu.
All right. Siyabonga kakhulu ngesikhathi sakho. I'm also just going to bring in a community member here, Msizi Mbata. Thank you so much for taking time to speak to us. Mhlambe kuthini ukuphawula kwakho ngemizamo leyenzalayo la? Siyabona ukuthi bazama ukuthi bezigudluze indlovu kule ndawo.
Ngibonga ithuba nduna. Cha, ngale mizamo yabayenzayo anginelisekile ngayo. Ngoba manje ngibuya lapha ehlathini ngiyobheka inkomo. Ngathi ngiyafika lapha nazi indlovu. Baleka kwadabuka iguzo ngabona wena. So ngeke ngisho ukuthini mfowethu asinelisekile ngalento abayenza la. Ngoba kumanje ibhano ihambile lana idudula. zasala ezinye indlovu lapha siyayibona nje osomphakathi simile la.
Siyabonga kakhulu. There you have it, Iman. Great concerns coming out from community members who have gathered here to actually watch the process of redirecting these elephants unfold. Also telling us that there's also been a legal battle around this, and the conclusion that was actually reached over that was that these elephants have to be put down because they do pose a danger to society. Having there also one of the community members who was herding cattle this morning saying that he had to run for his life because he had come into close contact with these elephants. We have been told that community members here are being restricted to do a lot of things that are actually done by most people in rural areas. Really
interesting as well, Phila, just hearing about all the modalities and just how complex this issue is. The safety of the community is one, and as you were sharing then, as that gentleman was sharing with you, they can't herd their cattle, concerns about what happens if these animals attack. And you shared with us earlier as well, Phila, that some of the elephants have calved, so they have their little ones with them, which makes them even more protective of anyone who might approach us. We're seeing in that picture that Phila and his camera are showing us there one of those escaped elephants. The community deeply concerned, and their lives and their livelihoods as well deeply affected. Phila, one of the things we haven't really heard a lot about this morning is where they came from. So now we were told that they had escaped from their enclosure at a nearby, was it a game farm or a game reserve? And what have we heard from those who are responsible for these animals? And surely they should be playing a role here as well in either safeguarding them or getting them back to where they were originally.
Iman, we have been told they had escaped from a game reserve around here, but there doesn't seem to be much, interventions when it comes to redirecting them back, because we have been also told by KwaCeza and Newzroom that this did not just entirely happen this week or last week. It's something that had been going on for years, and community members also reiterating that this is their fourth experience with something of this nature, Iman. So there hasn't been much that we have been told by people, the authorities who are actually responsible for ensuring that, these herd of elephants are kept safe and they are where they belong in this regard. So we are just going to find out more as we continue to engage with relevant people, as we continue to engage with the community members and also other officials, Iman, to see what is it that is the way forward and when will action be actually taken, because this has been going on for quite a long time.
We've got to put their feet to the fire because their voices are largely silent from the story, Phila, and we really must find out what they've done, lessons learned from previous experiences like this, because they've done two things. One is endanger the community and the other is endanger these beautiful, majestic animals. And my heart personally is just breaking watching that elephant in that habitat, and the potential for it being put down is just too devastating to even consider. So there's just so much intertwined here, but that's our Phila Mthembu just giving us that live picture of some of those escaped animals. We're hearing from the community the very real danger that it poses to them, and we heard from wildlife authorities as well. Thanks, Phila. We'll come back to you later.